after Venkatamakin and his Chaturdandi Prakashika, the Melakarta system was taken forward by the later musicologists, and the 72 Melakarta system, or the chart, the 72 Melakarta that is used in today's Carnatic music is this. So, as you can see, they are grouped, the 72 Melakartas are grouped in sixes, and we have 12 such groups, each group having 6 Melakartas. If you remember, that is how the Melakartas were actually generated. Every combination of Ri and Ga can be combined with 6 combinations of Dha and Ni. It will become clear if you look at this. If you take the first chakra, which is each group of 6 Melakartas is called a chakra, and these chakras also have names, and the first chakra, for instance, is called Indu chakra. Indu means the moon. We have only one moon, and so it is called Indu chakra. The second chakra is called Netra. Netra means eye. We have 2 eyes. The third is called Agni. There are 3 fires. In Hindu ritualism, there are 3 fires, and so it is called Agni. The fourth chakra is called Veda. There are 4 Vedas, and so on. The fifth and the sixth is called Ritu. There are 6 Ritus, 6 seasons, and it goes on. 7 is Rishi. There are Sapta Rishis. This is Indu chakra, the first group of 6 Melakartas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, the first combination of Ri and Ga, Ri 1, Ga 1. That is maintained throughout this chakra, and it is Ma 1. The first combination of Dha and Ni is this. The second combination is this. The third is this, Dha 1 Ni 3, Dha 2 Ni 2, Dha 2 Ni 3, Dha 3 Ni 3. We saw all this in the some time ago. Ma 1 in fact will remain constant for the first 36 Melakartas. That is also we saw some. That's also something we saw. Ma 1 will remain constant for the first 36 Melakartas, and in fact 37th onwards the Melakartas will take the same swaras as in the first 36, except that M1 will become M2. So, that is actually the scheme with which the 72 Melakartas are generated. Now, let me try to sing this for you. You have to bear with me, I am laboring with a slight congestion. Sari ga. This will remain constant for all the 6 Melakartas. In fact, Sari ga ma pa. All these 5 are going to be constant for all these 6 Melakartas. Sari ga ma pa dha ni. This is the first Melakarta. If you remember, Melakarta is just a scale, a combination of swaras, 7 swaras. So I don't have to sing pa dha ni sa sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. As I mentioned, the melakartas are these: sarigama padhani. Just this is the melakarta, just a scale, a combination of the 7 swaras. But all of these have been worked into ragas, and we have compositions in these 72 melakartas. We even have a mela raga malika. So if I have to sing the Kanakangi raga, Sari ga ma pa dha ni sa sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. This is Kanakangi, the first melakarta, and all these swaras are Shuddha swaras. So if we have to say which is the Shuddha swara scale with all the Shuddha swaras in contemporary Carnatic music, it is this: Sari ga ma pa dha ni sa sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. I mean, in the history of music, this has not always been the Shuddha scale, but that's something we need not go into. And in fact, even in contemporary Hindustani music, the Shuddha scale is actually what is called the major scale, or what in Carnatic music is called the Shankarabharanam scale. So at any event, this Kanakangi is the Shuddha scale in Carnatic music, contemporary Carnatic music. Now let's go to Ratnangi. So Sari ga ma pa, same, dha ni, that is ni. Sari ga ma pa dha ni. Now Sari ga ma pa dha ni. That is Ratnangi. The ni is ni 2, what is called Kaishiki Nishada. Ganamurti is Sari ga ma pa dha ni. There is Kakali Nishada, ni 3. When we go to Vanaspati, the dha also changes to, this is Shuddha dha. First 3 melakartas take the Shuddha dha. 4th and 5th take the Chatushruti Devata. In the Nishada also there is Sari ga ma pa dha ni. This is Vanaspati. Then Sari ga ma pa dha ni. This is the 5th melakarta. Tanarupi is Sari ga ma pa dha ni. This dha 3. So this is how we have the 72 melakartas grouped in 6s. They are arranged in groups of 6, and each group is called a chakra. Now, how does this melakarta system work? As you would remember, we are here talking of classifying ragas. Melakarta system was advanced to classify ragas. So let us take a melakarta which is a 22nd melakarta, Karahara Priya. Karahara Priya has the largest number of ragas grouped under it. So each of these melakartas will have other ragas grouped under them, other ragas which take the same swaras. There is a 22nd melakarta actually. We have heard Karahara Priya earlier last week. and the notes of this are sa re ga ma pa da ni. This is the Karahara Priya Melakarta, and of course the Sampurna Raga, which is itself Karahara Priya, that would be grouped under it. Sarigama padani sa sanida pama padagama gari rigama gari sa nisarigari sa. This itself would be classified in this Melakarta, which the Karahara Priya itself is a in fact, this is called the Melakarta Raga. Karahara Priya is called the Melakarta Raga. And then we have many ragas. For instance, Sri Ranjani is one. Now Sri Ranjani takes these swaras. Sa, sa, ri, ga, ma, da, ni, sa, sa, ni, da, ma, ga, ri, sa. This is, it skips the Panchama. And so this is classified under Karahara Priya. So we would say Sri Ranjani is a Janya Raga of Karahara Priya. Janya actually means born of, as we saw earlier. Then we have a raga called Abhogi. Sariga madasa sada magarisa. So it doesn't have pa, it doesn't have ni. Sariga madasa sada magarisa. So Sri Ranjani is a Shadava Raga, 6 swaras. This is a Audava Raga, it has 5 swaras. Abhogi is also a Janya Raga of Karahara Priya. And then we have a raga called Jaya Manohari, which goes like this. Sari ga ma da sa. So Aroha has 5 swaras, but Avaroha has 6. Sa ni da ma ga ri sa. Sari ga ma da sa. Sa ni da ma ga ri sa. This is also a Janya of Karahara Priya. We have many other Janya ragas of Karahara Priya, Shri Ragam, Madhyamavati, and so on, Kapi. Many ragas, Hussaini. So that is how the Melakarta system works. And it achieves some kind of order, some way of grouping the ragas that are actually there in Carnatic music. It just groups them together, it brings them together. To what purpose? That's a different question, but the idea is that you are able to group ragas together under a certain classification system. In this case, they are all grouped under the same scale from which they take swaras. So all this works if a raga takes swaras from just one scale and not from 2 scales. That also can happen, and that also does happen. If you look at Sri Ranjani or Abhogi or Jaya Manohari, now they take swaras only from this, that is, no other swara other than these occur in these ragas. So they can be easily classified under Karahara Priya mela. And these such ragas are called Upanga ragas. That is, they are completely subsumed under this Melakarta. But we have ragas which take swaras from two scales. A classic example, a very well known example is Bhairavi. Bhairavi goes like this, Sagare, Sagare Gama Padani Sa. This is actually just these swaras, Karahara Priya swaras. The same swarasthanas, Ritu, Jitu, Mavan, Datu and Nitu. But in the Avaroha, it takes Dhavan. So we have Bhairavi, which is a very major raga in Carnatic music. Sagare Gama Padani Sa. So in terms of the swarasthanas, you can see they are the same. Gatu, Ritu, Mavan, Datu, Nitu. But the Avaroha descent is like this. Sa-ni-da-pa. Ma-ga-ri-sa. So the Dha in the Avaroha is different, and it belongs to a Melakarta called Natta Bhairavi. Sagare Gama Padani Sa. Sa-ni-da pa Dani Sa da pa Dani ni da da pa ma pa da pa da ma pa da pa da ni da da pa da pa da pa ma pa da ri ga ma pa da pa ni da da pa da ni sa pa da ni sa ni da pa. So this two Devatas, two Dhas occurring is something that is very important in Bhairavi. And that Bhairavi as such cannot be categorized under either Karahara Priya or Natta Bhairavi. Ragas like Bhairavi, which take from two different scales, they are called Bhashanga ragas. And ragas that can completely be subsumed under any one Melakarta are called Upanga ragas. So in description of ragas, we often use expressions like Upanga, Bhashanga, Janya, and all these are in the context of classifying ragas under Melakartas.